guys, we're doing timeline week 16 now. So we just ended with Abraham Lincoln and the Civil War and Lee surrendering to Grant at Appomattox. And now we have Reconstruction. So Reconstruction was the time after the Civil War where lots of things were happening. There were all these, well, we have the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments. So there was a lot of social change. The 13th Amendment said that slavery was illegal. So that was major. The 14th Amendment said that anybody born in this country was a citizen of this country. And then the 15th Amendment said that you could vote regardless of race. So here is someone placing their vote. So this was a major time of change. Then we have Vatican I. So last couple of weeks, it was kind of easy because we had mostly American history kind of chronologically going on. Now we're jumping around all over the world, and this week is pretty interesting. So you've got Reconstruction in our country, and then you've got Vatican I going on. That was something that occurred over a period of 2 years that, again, addressed a lot of heresies and untruths that the church needed to clarify. So that was going on. Then you've got the Industrial Revolution. So there were all kinds of things happening. The textile industry was booming in Britain and spreading to Europe and other lands like here. Then you had the cotton gin and the spinning jenny, and the steam engine was a major invention. And so this was a machine-driven economy all across the world. So this is a machine. And then you've got the Victorian era. I'm not really sure why we do this, except I can just like see a woman with her Victorian hat. And here is Queen Victoria. She's got some kind of veil on or something. So the Victorian era was kind of a British period of enlightenment, or an English Renaissance, so to speak. There was a lot of time for people to become enlightened and learn, and they probably dressed up and wore fancy hats. So that's what I think of. And then we have Saint Therese of Lisieux. She was, born and living during this time as well, which is kind of interesting. So she came after Vatican II. And during all this time of after slavery in our country and these machines that are being invented, kind of cool, but hard to remember in order. And then Europe colonizes Africa, so we go around under Africa again. This was the race for Africa. It was pretty awful, really. The Dutch started it, and then all these other European countries came. I think it's a terrible time in history because they basically carved up Africa and just decided where boundaries were between chunks of land that they wanted to own and conquer, and they just divided it up regardless of what tribes or native families and communities lived there. So it caused all kinds of turmoil, but it's the race for Africa, and there's Africa, and we call that Europe colonizes Africa. And immigrants arrive through Ellis Island. So there's the immigrants coming, and here's the Statue of Liberty. What book is she holding? I hope it's the Bible. I don't know. But I looked at a picture. Oh, it's on the timeline card. Anyway, so immigrants arrived through Ellis Island. This started in the 1830s, and of course the Irish potato famine. Lots of other Europeans are coming to America. Lots and lots and lots. And it's interesting on the timeline card, it does include the fact that there was a lot of anti-Catholicism, and they didn't really want Catholics coming into this country. Interesting. Then finally we have new inventions. You know what this is? Somebody driving their Model T Ford. The timeline card is pretty cool because on the back it lists all the inventions. I'll read them really, really fast. Steamboat, locomotive, telegraph, photography, telephone, phonograph, light bulb, automobile, and airplane. So this could be somebody driving an airplane if that's what your kids would rather do. Let's start again. Reconstruction, Vatican I. The Industrial Revolution the Victorian era, Saint Therese of Lisieux. Europe colonizes Africa. Immigrants arrive at Ellis Island. And new inventions.